Safemoon responded, and they want to sue. Well, at least their holders do. I'm going to sue Coffeezilla for defaming Safemoon without any factual evidence and hurting the thousands of investors. Time to sue Coffeezilla for defamation of Safemoon. Wow, clearly I struck a nerve. I really angered people, like Mr. B here, who describes himself as easygoing and open-minded. Now, this open-minded man, after my video, said he wanted to sue me 20 different times. And that's when I knew I screwed up. I kicked the beehive. Not only that, the CEO John Karony finally came out to defend his company from all these serious allegations and posted this in response. Oh wait, sorry, that's not it. The actual response was this. I continue to make the conscious choice to not take the bait of halting work to address the reams of false information being posted. So he basically dodged the allegations like he's Neo in the Matrix. And now, just so we're clear, he did post that meme of the guy pounding his chest from Wolf of Wall Street. It just wasn't in response to me, although it could have been, because that whole scene is basically about stealing money from investors, which is what I accused him of.
Name of the game, move the money from your client's pocket into your pocket.
But despite John's dodge, I still wanted to understand the Safemoon ARMY, the good people who were down 90% on a bad investment. How could they still be so positive about Safemoon? So I hosted a couple of spaces for them to explain their position to me. I wanted to know how you can still hold a coin that appears to be so obviously a fraud.
And I think that was kind of my mindset and many other people's mindsets. There was bad actors on board, and it seems like now there's kind of been an entire shift, and they are trying to move forward with what is looking like a legitimate project.
What's truly the fraud here? Is it John Karony himself? Could you separate John Karony from Safemoon? Would it still truly be a fraud? Could it not be a fraud?
No, I completely agree. Like, I'm 100% there with you on Ben Phillips and anybody that's proven. I 100% agree on those. Guys. Yeah, I 100% agree. I was specifically, I'm sorry, I should have clarified, talking on the last point about John's wallet, because that's what everybody's last pillar of hope is in right now.
And there it is. It seems like the common belief is that the old team was bad. Yes, Safemoon used to be a fraud, but Karony saved it. And all the evidence that I found about Karony taking money was just FUD. And at this point, I realized maybe no amount of evidence would ever satisfy these people. I mean, what would I really do? Double down and look for even more evidence of John committing fraud? Let's start with what we know. John Karony lived in a van or trailer before Safemoon. In other words, he was not rich. Suddenly, Safemoon happens and Karony is in charge of a multi-billion-dollar market cap. And there's a pool of money that is supposed to be locked up, but isn't. Now, in the last video, I showed you how Safemoon LP was being siphoned from Bitmart for millions of dollars in profit for Safemoon, and some of those millions appeared to have ended up in a wallet Karony controlled called the Gabe wallet. This was the first known wallet of Karony's, and according to Papa, aka Thomas Smith, that's a Tano wallet. Tano is a company that John controlled, and it has nearly $4 million in it, most of it from Bitmart, which, as we know, Safemoon was making millions from, misappropriating funds that should have been for the liquidity pool as promised. So any proceeds of that should have gone back in the liquidity pool, but never was. Okay, I know, we're catching up on a lot. But the question is, how are these funds being used if it's not for the LP? There's two narratives you can believe. Either A, this Tano thing was mostly a cover story because John owns Tano, so it's just really his personal wallet. Or B, Tano has a fiduciary duty to Safemoon, and this wallet is being responsibly used. It's just a development fund. So how do we find out which is which? Our first clue comes on April 23rd, 2022. I got an anonymous tip saying that Karony had used his so-called company wallet, the Gabe wallet, to buy a coin called Stonks on the recommendation of none other than Ben Phillips. Quote, Ben tipped while the team was in the Gambia. John bought enough to make him a top whale. And for those of you who don't remember, by the way, Ben Phillips is a known pump and dump artist who made $12 million from Safemoon, okay? He then linked a photo of Ben Phillips in a group chat saying this, guys, one of my super powerful social media buddies is dropping a coin, or has dropped, sorry, called Stonks. They are in with Jeff Bezos, etc. Mad shit. Then he says, easy money for the gang, looking after the boys, and links the Twitter account. Now, if we cross-reference this with Karony's Gabe wallet, it shows that he took Ben's advice and bought in multiple times that same day for up to $150,000 worth of Stonks tokens. That immediately made him the fourth largest holder of Stonks token, trailed only by Ben Phillips. Now, this blockchain evidence confirms our anonymous tip, and it suggests that the Gabe wallet is not merely a company wallet, because what company recklessly gambles $150K on a meme coin on the recommendation of a pump and dumper like Ben Phillips? Now, just for the record, after Ben Phillips and Karony bought in, Ben would notify his followers of this tip 2 days late. He says, okay, I'm taking an absolute gamble on this new coin called Stonks token. Let's go. It's got meme coin energy with a plan. This disaster not only showed that Karony was listening to Ben Phillips for tips, but also that he seems to be willing to spend money from this so-called company wallet on random meme coins. He also bought a bunch of other coins like Beefy.finance he spent $150,000 on. And he also bought $12,000 worth of Phantom. And this leads us to the conclusion that A, the $4 million in that wallet is John's personal money, or B, he's commingling personal and company funds, which would be even more alarming. But we actually have more than this. Our second piece of evidence that Karony is misappropriating funds comes from NFTs, because I've long suspected several wallets being Karony's besides the Gabe wallet, but I struggled to prove it 100%, so I just never mentioned them. Until one day, I'm scrolling through Twitter and I see this post. This guy says, Fonz, any thoughts on what, who, the devil wallet? By that, they're pointing to a wallet that starts OX666. There's $4 million USDC sitting in it and a couple of NFTs. The reply comes from Fonzie, aka Real FUD, who says, no idea. The only thing I noticed was the Moondog NFTs in the wallet, which Jack Haynes and Ben Phillips were shilling a while back. Now, honestly, this took me off guard because this is a wallet I long suspected of being Karony's, but I didn't know that Ben Phillips had shilled Moondogs before. I didn't even know Karony had any Moondogs. But from this last case, we know Karony would listen to Ben Phillips, so it made me look back through Ben Phillips' archives. Is it true he was shilling Moondogs? Well, it turns out yes. On August 14th, 2021, Ben Phillips says this: it's safe to say I'm obsessed with Moondogs NFT, view my collection here. Now, Moondogs is not affiliated with Safemoon, which makes this response under it strange. John Karony, 20 minutes later, responding with his own NFT, saying, I named him Captain Hodl. Now, this is perfect because we can trace this NFT back to the buyer. And sure enough, on August 14th, we find that this Moondog, number 162, was bought by none other than the so-called devil wallet, OX666. And this means this is Karony's wallet because it was purchased the same day he tweets publicly about owning it. And this is where it gets really interesting because this wallet, after buying $20,000 worth of NFTs, you know what it has in it? Another $4 million USDC. And where did it get all that money? Well, it started as $12 million of Tether coming in from places such as Bitmart, which gave them $8 million. And then another $4 million came in from OXD51, also known as the infamous Gabe wallet. This wallet then exchanges that USDT for USDC, but this is a double confirmation that this is Karony. And the implications here are massive because not only is Karony making millions and putting it into so-called company wallets, which are buying $150,000 worth of meme coins, he's also pumping millions from that account and from Bitmart into what only can be described as personal wallets. Because once again, what company wallet would buy $20,000 worth of NFTs such as Moondogs? But here's the deal. It doesn't even stop there because two of Karony's quote-quote Moondogs were transferred on February 15th to another one of Karony's wallets, giving us more evidence. And how do we know that it's Karony's wallet and not a new buyer of this coveted Moondog? Well, because it was a transfer, not a sell. And to add to the evidence, look who it's getting funded from. This wallet, OX35A, is getting $500,000 from the Gabe wallet, and it gets $100K from the so-called Devil wallet. As we speak, this wallet, which I'm going to call the Moondog wallet, has an estimated value of $1 million on Etherscan and another $500,000 on BSC Scan. We can actually calculate how much Karony controls here with a service called 8board.finance, which calculates wallet holdings across multiple chains. And with the 3 wallets we know of, we so far have a net worth across Karony's wallets of roughly $9 million. But that's not even all, because as I said earlier, this so-called devil wallet got 12 million USDT. There's only 4 million left. What happened to the rest? Well, a lot of it was eventually sent to a Kraken deposit wallet, which looks to be also controlled by, you guessed it, Karony, because $18 million came from wallets such as Bitmart, our devil wallet, and the Gabe wallet, and one other wallet which we don't even recognize. And the point here is not that we have all the answers by any means. Questions certainly remain. Like, for example, what is that $18 million being used for? If Karony's using these wallets personally, what are the implications? Is it reasonable for a CEO to go from a trailer to being paid $9 million in 1 year while investors are down 90%, especially when that money appears to be coming from the LP? So I want to be clear, I'm the first to admit we need more answers, like why Karony is cashing out $1 million at this Coinbase wallet, or why he's cashing out another $1 million at this Coinbase wallet, or yet another Kraken wallet, another $1 million. But even with the questions remaining, don't forget about the facts we do have, like these 3 accounts, which hold over $9 million, all of them linked to Karony, and many of the transactions appearing to be very personal in nature, buying meme coins, buying NFTs, bragging about those NFTs, listening to what Ben Phillips says of all people. It all paints a very dark picture that Karony is not the savior of Safemoon like many believed, but rather, perhaps is just another hustler. That's basically it for this investigation. Pump the stock, and thanks for watching.